Good morning, Modern Steaders. It is a nice chilly morning this morning. It is 50 degrees out. Now they're calling for rain in our forecast, and we have a big septic tank hole dug, and we don't need rain. Luckily, it's not coming till later on today and then tomorrow, so we need to get the septic tank buried and filled with water. So I need to take our IBC tote here and bring it up to the off-grid property so we can put some water in our tank, because if I have an open hole and it gets water in it and we have a big plastic buoyancy float, it's gonna go boop right up and out. So I want to get some water in there today so we can make sure that tank stays in the ground with all the rain we're going to be getting. We have our IBC tote out here in our meat bird chicken pasture. This is where we raised our meat birds this season, and having a 250 gallon water supply out here in pasture for watering our meat birds was awesome. Not going anywhere. We're installing a Roth multi-purpose septic tank, and these septic tanks are designed not to be filled with water when you bury them. Some plastic septic tanks want you to fill them with water when you're burying in them. The Roth specifically says do not bury until backfilled. So you want to backfill it, compact it, and then fill it with water. And the reason for that is when you had the water put in, it'll push back out onto the soil you have compacted in and hold it in the ground better. So we need to backfill it first, and then we can add water. I'll meet you up at the off-grid property. We made it up here, and this is going to be the first time that we use our off-grid gravity spring-fed system for something other than just playing. I hear something happening. Oh. Oh. Ooh. I better shut that. That is flowing in there quickly. That'll fill that tote up in no time. I am curious to see how the hole held up overnight and if there's any water in the hole. I haven't looked yet. Ooh, it's nice and dry. Oh, a tidbit of water. Not bad though. That held up nicely. there. Right there. Perfect. We are ready to get the septic tank in here. Fun part's gonna be getting this tank center in the hole. Right here is center of the tank. I want to get set up and then I will measure that hole and get a mark on the hole where center is. And then we will lower it in place and see how it goes. I don't think it's gonna be like super hard. The tank weighs 600 pounds, so it's not like the tank weighs too much. We just kind of have some rough terrain we're working with, so we want to make sure that we have it set correctly. So just trying to get everything lined up is what's going to take a little bit of time. I think we're pretty close right here, so let's lower it down.
Level.
All right, that is set in the hole. We just got to make some adjustments and we'll be ready to start backfilling it. It is looking good. I'm happy with it. And then move the whole tank over. There we go. All right, so I will stop backfilling a little bit, tamping it, backfilling, tampering it. The bottom of this Roth multi-tank is contoured like the top. So when we get the bottom base of sand in, I gotta make sure I pack it at an angle to stop locking it in. And then once we get up to halfway, we don't have to really worry too much about pushing it down. We can, because the contour is going the other way. So we will be in good shape. The tank is sitting nice and level. I like that. So do you feel better now that the tank's in?
So much better.
You didn't like that, did you?
I don't like watching.
That's dead level this way too. I like it. You don't like watching me do it?
It was like straight in, but there's like a tip and then
Right.
this thing looks like it's really, really heavy.
It's not. It only weighs 600 pounds. But it's easier to do it with the 𝑚𝑎𝑖𝑙 tractor than the excavator. The excavator would have been more
Oh my gosh. Definitely.
and slower. One of the reasons why I like the Roth multi-purpose tank over a concrete tank is if you have a propane furnace, nowadays they're so efficient, you get moisture in the exhaust and you dump that into your septic tank. And if you have a concrete one, that is corrosive and it can eat your concrete tank. But where if you have a plastic tank, you don't have to worry about it. And when we're gonna be off grid, I'm not exactly sure what we're gonna have for backup heat sources. So if we have propane, we'll be all set with the plastic tank. The other big reason why I like the Roth multi-purpose tank is, like you guys just saw, we can set it ourselves. If you do concrete, you got to have somebody come and set it for you, and then you're working on their schedule. With a plastic tank, you do it when you have time. Babe, we got a poop tank in the ground.
Don't poop
How
right now.
exciting is that?
Very exciting. Everything's very exciting. It's even more exciting that it's in the ground now.
I know. All right, I want to get in the tank now, and there's 2 spots in the tank, right here, and same position on that end. On the inside, you can put 2 pieces of Schedule 40 4-inch PVC pipe. And that just gives the tank more support. You're only recommended to do it if your tank's getting buried over 3 feet. Ours isn't, but I just figure for the extra strength, why not add it? And then I have a baffle system that we're gonna put in, and I'll show you that when we get ready to put that in. Alright, I'm going in. I got some bags I got to get out. It smells like soap in there.
So,
Yeah, it smells pretty good.
how better than what it could smell like?
A lot better than what it's going to smell like someday. That's for sure.
Yeah.
Put that in.
I thought that was junk.
Nope. one in first, and then we'll measure for the second one. I'm going to cut a little notch in here so we can get this to slide in nicely. Let's try that. Perfect. I like it. That's the way to do it. One more right there. Now we can install our dividing baffle. Perfect. I like it. I like that. Alright, we're going to be adding a divider system into our tank, and this will keep more of just liquids, clean liquids on this side before it goes out into our leach field. They have a pretty slick setup where you just stick your zip tie in and it comes out the other hole. Just like that. There, and that just makes it so solids can't float over here. It's easy. This is just going to be more clean, affluent water. Bam. I like it. This will seal it up so we don't got to worry about groundwater getting into our tank.
The Lumnah Acres submarine.
There you go. You can get in it. Perfect. That's a good fit. The reason I'm putting water in the tank is I want the weight in the tank. If you're digging and you're below water line, you either need to have water in your tank for weight, because the plastic tank's buoyant, like a big balloon will just pop out of the water, or you can do some concrete work to it. I'm not worried about the water level. My concern right now is we're supposed to be getting rain tonight, and if I don't have this all filled in completely up with the grade completely graded off, I don't want the water sinking in and popping it out. So we're going to fill it up with some water today and get it weighted down. Now I need to dig my trench from the inlet of the septic back to the tiny house. We gotta get down the depth of that. Then bring the excavator over, we'll get that dug, and we'll get that all installed. And then once that's installed, we can start burying this. We're supposed to be getting some rain tonight, so I want to make sure this is all filled up before the rain comes. That 250 gallon IBC tote is almost empty, and once that gets empty, we'll bring it down, I'll fill it back up, and we'll get another 250 gallons in here. Alright, I had to dig my main trench a little bit deeper than I originally intended, but there were some pretty big rocks in here that would have been close to the pipe. I wanted to dig those out, and then I'll backfill it with sand the height that we need it. So we need to drill on A dot, and there's an A and a B, and then there's a preset drill mark for your drill bit on both sides. We're going with A. We need a 5-inch hole saw bit. Let's verify this is 5-inch. It is 5-inch. And then that is a big hole, and that is some thick plastic. That's like 3/8 of an inch thick on the tank. We got this rubber boot that comes with it. I'm gonna install that in. And this will be our pipe. I'm just gonna get a short piece of pipe, stick it in for now, and then we'll figure out our depth we need here and how much sand I need to put down. Again, for this pipe, we don't want any more than 1/4 of an inch fall, rise, whatever you would like to call it. So if we do that like this, so I've been told this piece of pipe getting in is hard, so I cut a short little piece, and then we'll put our fitting on after that because I want to have something to hit on. I got a bunch of Dawn dish soap. And then we got a rubber mallet. They weren't kidding. Holy moly. That's not any fun. That's for sure. Oh! Wow! That's like giving birth. Well, what I think giving birth would feel like. Man, that's crazy. Ah. I want to get in here, set the right 1/4 inch per fall height with a nice bed of sand. Keep forgetting to turn the camera on. Just want to make sure we get this done before the rain comes. So I'm putting 2-inch foam board down first, just because this is going to be somewhat of a driveway, so frost can get packed into it. So we're going to cover it with 2-inch foam on the bottom and on the top, and possibly the sides. I'm putting a good bed of sand down. Same reason, because this could get some frost in it, and if we have rocks, I don't want rocks trying to push up through. A good sand bed will give us good drainage. So I'm just trying to make sure we got a nice deep sand bed in here. It's probably close to 1 foot. Sorry guys, I keep forgetting to turn the camera on. It's getting later and later in the day. I'll need to make sure this gets buttoned up. We have our whole run done. It's got a 1/4 inch pitch. Nice. I like that. Whew. Oh, baby. All right, we got that pipe all hooked up to the plumbing for inside the tiny house. Now we can start backfilling. We are getting there. We got this leveled off a little bit more. I want to have this leveled off with a little bit of a taper down to the septic tank when we're all done. So we'll have a little bit more of a parking area. So we extend this out some more. We gotta get this back filled with the sand. I'm not gonna have time today to do the outlet, so I'm thinking is I'll trench this out down low. So if we get water in here, it'll have a trench to go down out here. But first we need to get some more sand over here and get this filled. asking where on E. We better put some fuel in the old 𝑚𝑚 tractor before it runs out of diesel. And that's not fun if you run out of diesel. I have 7 gallons sitting over there in a bucket, so I'm glad we have it. Whew. Okay, let's get some more diesel fuel. The excavator's got to be getting low too. We're getting there. Almost done for the night. If we don't get that rain that they're calling for, I'll be a little disappointed on one hand, but on the other hand, it still won't bother me. That gave us almost a full tank. It'll be good for a while with the 𝑇YM. Battery in the other camera died, but I wanted to show you. Look at the sky. This camera's not going to do it justice, but so beautiful. They say red at night, sailor's delight. Maybe that means there's no rain coming tomorrow. I don't know. It's getting pretty dark out. I can't see very well. The tank, 3/4 of it is buried. Down here, I dug out the outlet and a little bit of a trench. So if we get rain overnight, it'll go down and out, hopefully. We're gonna find out. This is where I'm gonna stop because I can't see anyway, so. Whew, it's been a long day. I'm glad we got the tank in the ground. Shouldn't go anywhere. We'll find out in the morning. Thanks for coming along on our homesteading journey. You guys are a huge blessing to us in our homestead. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up, share it, it really helps, subscribe, and we'll see you right back here in the next video at Lumnah Acres. Bye.